Hey guys, so this video is going to focus on doing calculations with complex numbers, specifically multiplying with complex numbers. So the main rule that we're going to run into when we're trying to do multiplication with complex numbers is this rule right over here. We need to keep in mind that I times I, or I squared, is equal to -1. Otherwise, when we're multiplying, we typically do a number times a number, I times an I. If we're doing a number times an I, they kind of just combine together. But let me go ahead and just jump into the problems that I have here. That way we can just go through the steps and discuss how to do these. So if I'm looking at the top problem here, -6i times -6i. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the numbers together, and then we're going to multiply the i's together. So -6 times -6, that's a positive 36. And then I times I is I squared. But then what we need to remember from that is that I squared is -1. So this is like saying 36 times -1, which is going to give us a -36 as our final answer there. So then moving on to the bottom one here, 8 plus 9i quantity squared. So I always like to rewrite this and stretch out the multiplication. So 8 plus 9i squared, that means we're taking 8 plus 9i times 8 plus 9i. So I like to write that out. That way I see exactly what I'm multiplying. And you can then distribute or FOIL whatever is your preferred method of multiplying two binomials together. I'm going to go ahead and FOIL it. So if I'm FOILing, so remember FOIL out first, outside, inside, last. It's just an order in which to multiply two binomials together. Starting with F, so that's first, which is the 8 times the 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Moving on to O, O is the outside, so that would be 8 times 9i. We can only multiply the numbers together. I is just along for the ride, it tacks on. So 8 times 9 is 72, and then tack on the I. I stands for inside, so my inside 2, 9 times 8 is another 72, and then tack on the I. Then L stands for last, so last times last, that's 9i times 9i. 9 times 9 is 81, and I times I is I squared. Then we have a little bit of simplifying that we need to do here because I see some like terms. 72i plus 72i, we need to go ahead and combine those together. 72 plus 72, so that's 144i. I'm going to drop down to 64 over here in the front. There's no other number to combine that with as of now. Otherwise, this back term over here, 81i squared. Remember that I squared equals -1. So this is really like saying 81 times -1, which is a -81. And we need to do so just because now we have two numbers that we can go ahead and combine together. 64 minus 81 is going to give us a -17. And that's all plus the 144i. So that's how you multiply using complex numbers. Very, very similar to how you would maybe multiply just regular numbers in x terms, you know, like 2x times 7x, or, you know, something like that. Follows a lot of the same rules there. But of course, we do need to remember that one special rule where I squared equals -1.